Apple fans, get ready, because the buzz around the upcoming iPad Pro M5 is heating up. And it might just be Apple's most powerful tablet yet. Promising not only extreme performance, but also smarter AI features, a refined display, and intriguing camera changes that could reshape how we use tablets every day. So let's dive deep into all the leaks, rumors, expected features surrounding the iPad Pro M5. And by the end, you'll know whether this device is worth waiting for or simply another expensive refresh. First, let's start with Apple's release strategy, because timing matters. Multiple reports suggest the iPad Pro M5 will launch in fall 2025, likely October, and this lines up with Apple's usual rhythm of refreshing its Pro lineup toward the end of the year, just in time for the holiday season. But here's where things get interesting. Analysts are calling this update a chip-and-chip refresh, meaning Apple may not radically redesign the iPad Pro, but instead focus heavily on what's inside, specifically the M5 chip and performance upgrades, while keeping the physical design nearly identical to the M4 version. This isn't unusual for Apple, which often alternates between big redesign years and internal upgrade years. And the M5 looks like it's meant to secure Apple's dominance in performance and AI, rather than shock us with a new form factor. Now, speaking of performance, the heart of this iPad will be the M5 chip. And while many hoped for Apple's jump to 2 nanometers, most insiders suggest it will remain on a refined 3 nanometers process due to manufacturing delays, but don't underestimate it. The M5 is expected to be a beast, delivering major GPU and neural engine improvements. Imagine buttery smooth gaming, 3D rendering, professional video editing, and multitasking that feels like you're running a MacBook inside a tablet. Apple's neural engine, which powers AI features, is rumored to get a huge boost, potentially, enabling real-time language translations, smarter on-device Siri, and advanced AR experiences. So the iPad Pro M5 may not just be faster, but also feel far more intelligent, adapting to how you work and create. That brings us to memory and connectivity, and this could be one of the biggest leaps. Leaks suggest that the base model might start at 16 gigabytes of RAM, double what the M4 entry model had, which is a game-changer for professionals running multiple apps, designers handling complex projects, or anyone wanting a future-proof device. On the wireless front, Apple is rumored to bring Wi-Fi 7 support, giving us lightning-fast internet speeds, lower latency for gaming, and smoother streaming of 4K or even 8K content. There are also whispers of Apple introducing a brand new N1 chip to handle Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, making connections more stable. While cellular models could sport a next-gen C1X modem for faster 5G performance, meaning whether you're editing in the cloud, uploading large files, or simply FaceTiming, the M5 Pro won't let you down. Now let's talk design and display, because many Apple fans are wondering if it will look any different. Most sources agree the M5 will stick to the same 11-inch and 13-inch OLED Ultra Retina XDR displays that debuted on the M4, which are already stunning, offering vibrant colors, deep blacks, and 120 Hz promotion smoothness that makes everything feel fluid from scrolling to gaming. However, there's a possibility of slimmer bezels, which would give the M5 Pro a more futuristic all-screen look, though don't expect a radical redesign or foldable iPad just yet. The design might look familiar, but it will remain premium, lightweight and thin, keeping Apple ahead of most competitors in build quality. But one of the more exciting rumors comes from the camera department. Apple may finally introduce 2 front-facing cameras, one optimized for portrait orientation and another for landscape. This solves a long-time frustration with video calls. On iPads, where the camera angle always feels awkward depending on how you hold the device, with dual cameras, you'd always appear centered and natural whether holding your iPad vertically or horizontally, making FaceTime and Zoom calls feel more professional. The rear camera setup might not see massive changes, likely keeping the 12-megapixel main shooter. But paired with the improved image signal processing of the M5 chip, you can expect sharper photos, better low-light shots, smoother video recording, especially when paired with Apple's powerful editing software. Moving on to battery life, Leaks haven't revealed exact capacities, but here's the good news. 5 chips efficiency gains could mean longer usage without increasing the battery size. Apple is always focused on balancing power and battery life. And while we probably won't see lightning-fast charging like Android tablets, we can expect solid all-day performance, which for most users is more important than shaving 15 minutes off charging time. But what truly sets the M5 Pro apart might be its software. iPadOS 26 is expected to launch alongside the device, and it will heavily emphasize Apple Intelligence, Apple's suite of AI-powered tools. Picture this, using your Apple Pencil to sketch rough ideas and having AI instantly clean them up, or writing notes that the iPad automatically polishes into professional text, or even generating artwork and image edits on the fly. Apple's AI push could also extend to Siri, making it more conversational, smarter, and context-aware, turning it into a genuinely helpful assistant rather than just a voice command system. This aligns with Apple's privacy-first AI approach, meaning much of this processing would happen directly on the iPad using the M5's neural engine rather than relying on cloud servers, giving users confidence in both performance and data security. Add to this smarter notifications, AI-driven summaries, and potentially new creative tools designed specifically for artists, students, and professionals, and the iPad Pro M5 could feel like the most futuristic iPad we've ever seen. So should you be excited about the iPad Pro M5? Short answer is yes, but with some perspective. If you're already using an M4 iPad Pro, the jump may not feel massive in terms of design or display, though the M5's performance, AI, and memory upgrades might still tempt power users. But if you're on an older iPad, especially pre-M1 models, this upgrade could feel revolutionary, like moving from a sports car to a rocket ship. Apple's strategy here is clear. Rather than shocking us with a completely new design, securing the performance crown, building out its AI ecosystem, and making sure the iPad Pro remains the gold standard for tablets. And while pricing hasn't leaked in detail, we can safely assume Apple will position it at the same premium tier, possibly starting around $999 for the base model and climbing higher for cellular and larger storage versions. At the end of the day, the iPad Pro M5 isn't about reinventing the wheel. It's about making the wheels spin faster, smarter, and smoother than anything else on the market, ensuring that whether you're a creative, a student, a business professional, or simply someone who loves cutting-edge tech, the iPad Pro M5 will feel like the ultimate upgrade. The only real question left is whether Apple delivers enough to convince people to upgrade so soon after the M4 release, and that's something only time will answer. Till then, one thing is certain: the iPad Pro M5 is shaping up to be a powerhouse. Tablet that blends raw performance with intelligent software, combination that could keep Apple far ahead of the competition.